can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Here's a first down throw. It's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run here with Eckler. They'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Off the play fake. Clement. His throw incomplete. Mecole Hardman the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, Eckler. He's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a roll.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clement. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
At the 25-yard line.
From the gun, Clement. He'll get this to Eckler. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, it should open up his running game too. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now from the 9, here's second and goal.
Second and goal at the Chiefs' 9-yard line.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
From the 5-yard line, will this opening drive yield 6? This is third and goal. Back to throw. Clement. And this is going to be intercepted. Well, it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
At the 20-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
Off play action. Clement. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
A loss of 12 brings up third down.
Throwing on third and long. Clement. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's fourth down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Actually on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as you're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Here comes Lindsey, toss right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. A good effort there from distance, but he might have needed a little more help from the air conditioning behind him on that one.
It probably would have helped. This is awfully close to getting there. It was right on target, but it winds up being just a little bit short.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Taken down at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Eckler. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
At the 20-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Eckler, the ball carrier.
Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down, they hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Operating from the gun, Clement. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Not the kind of game that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those 2 hands over his head and that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1-yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
From his end zone, Mahomes on 3rd and long. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the 1st half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Lining up for the extra point.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Mike Badgley to kick off for the
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs strike quickly here for 6 points. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Chargers 10, Chiefs 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a toss play to Eckler. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Looking to throw. Clement. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw. Clement on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw on 2nd down. Clement. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going into halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Michael Davis. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. here, back at the 41. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Chargers 41-yard line.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a carry for Lindsey. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
And a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Sterling Shepard.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Now it's Lindsey. A tackle that time by Ahkello Witherspoon.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. Third down here.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. Down the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake. Clement. Going to take a shot for Gallup. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense, pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
Throwing on 1st down. Clement. His pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up near the 34. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Chiefs 20, Chargers 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Fights him off. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
A 1-yard loss on the
looking to throw. Clement. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clement. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Clement, flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, if we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. From the gun, Clement. Well, he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve. And that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Off play action. Clement. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Clement. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Good job there defensively to push them back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score, but you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Now it's SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Looking to throw, Clement. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Chargers are able to make this a close game again. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17.
Chiefs 20, Chargers 17.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. After getting this one across the 40. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
It's third down and 5 yards to go.
The Chiefs on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Kenneth Murray drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Logan Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Clement off the screen pass. That's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, Clement. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On 1st and 10, Clement. That's complete to the running back. Now he runs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
And a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24th. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Edwards-Helaire. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
And it brings up third down.
Back to throw, Mahomes. And that will be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
Nicole Hardman on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They work on these situations.
This is all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. There's that man again. It's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
On 4th down, Clement. As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Victory in the cards now for the Chiefs as they take a knee here.
Today's final score.
Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for Kansas City, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
T-Bag got me.
That boy on the beat, so you gotta go berserk.
Okay. Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. I said, what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot. I said, what's the bad news? The bad news is you spent more. Okay. Look, sometimes you need the faith. Sometimes you need to know your worth. Sometimes you need to wait. Like the golden boy, but they